There's Something About Mary is a fun movie to watch, and that's odd considering the fact that comedies, at least the ones I have seen, usually don't go beyond 2 hours. So I was thinking that this would be a drag. But no, this movie flew by because of how many things were happening, and you never get bored, partly because of how funny it is. I especially like the moment when Ben Stiller starts fighting a dog. I was pissing myself throughout that entire fight scene. And yes, watching this movie is worth it just for that fight scene alone. And yet, it doesn't stop there. I mean, there are plenty of things to remember this movie by. Like one of the most paused scenes in a movie. The one where he gets his junk stuck between the zippers. Yeah, that happens in this movie. And I don't think you can really analyze this movie and scrutinize its details all that much because it's a comedy, and well, the only way to gauge whether a comedy is any good or not is by how you feel about it. If you had a blast watching a comedy movie, then it's usually a good comedy movie for you. If you didn't, then it's a bad comedy movie. Plot conveniences and coincidences don't bother me that much in a comedy movie, weirdly enough. And the last thing I do want to touch on is the romance angle. I thought Ben Stiller and Cameron Diaz had great chemistry, and obviously they were having a lot of fun together. The only thing I have a hard time figuring out or hard time believing is that a guy who looks like this can stay single for as long as he did in this movie. There's no way an athlete who looks this good and probably earns a fortune is ever going to stay single in the real world. So, no, I will not believe this guy is going to stay single for this long. Or even think about Mary that much for that matter. He would just move on to the next hot supermodel. So, yeah, that was my only gripe with this movie.